getting ready to do dynamic work today, but we're going to do a little bit of a twist on it. We're actually going to use the belt squat today. So if you've been following along with the live feeds, or hopefully you're on the Train Heroic app, the elite tier, what you'll find is that we've been doing a lot of regular squats, a lot of spinal loading the last 5, 6, 7 weeks. So what we're going to do is we're going to give our discs a little bit of a break. We're going to give our vertebrae a little bit of a break, and we're still going to smash our legs in a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip over to the winning belt squat, and we're going to train with this. Now, a couple of advantages to the winning belt squat. Whatever weight you have on the machine is the weight you can handle on your back. So when I squatted the 865.5 all-time world record raw, I was only able to do 825 for a double on this machine, and it about broke my fucking leg. So my point being is this machine is almost dialed to the T for what a normal barbell squat would weigh for your legs. So hopefully you guys get a little bit out of this video. We're going to throw in some little kinks as far as how we're going to do the squats today. We're going to use standard weight, but we're going to do some different things. Hey, what's going on, Robert Chalet? So yeah, the warm-up's pretty extensive today. So again, if you're on the app, you'll be able to see the entire warm-up. I'm going to keep it froze on the belt squat machine. Feel free to ask some questions down at the bottom. I might be able to get to them in between sets, but the warm-up's pretty shitty today. So I'm going to be pretty winded once we get done with that. And then we're going to go into speed work. So again, you could use this as a spinal deload, which is why we have the machine. We will utilize it for dynamic work or max work. It just depends. But, you know, we did a squat on Saturday that about broke everybody in half. Rob's hip got twisted. My back is still not perfect. It's okay. I could lift again today if I wanted to. But again, always thinking about recovering. And the way to recover is to rotate your exercises so you're not smashing the same damn nail with the same hammer and the same piece of wood. You're mixing and mashing it around. The body will adapt to training much better than that. So if you want us to professionally do that for you, again, the app is ultra affordable. Hopefully we'll see you guys there. I'm going to flip this over and we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. What are you doing, gay boy? That's cool. How's that working out?
Pretty good.
Cool.
The guy I watch on YouTube that does like car stuff.
Yeah.
His content was hilarious today. It was a little bit different than normal.
Yep.
But he got like instantly demonetized. And like I didn't realize it because you're like watching the video, there are no commercials. You're like, this is weird. What is this?
Why are you getting demonetized?
Because he was putting like black RTV on an intake manifold, and he kept saying black caulk, CAUL, you know, like caulk. But they kept joking about it as though it was something else. And
Hey, so the reverse hyper, we need 145 on each side.
Yep.
Okay.
He was hilarious.
And he monetizes for that? That's odd. Does he have a lot of followers?
Like 60 or 70,000. He does like electrical wiring on cars.
Well, my point is, like, that's weird that they demonetize for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you're
Yeah. You actually would have liked the video. It was pretty fun.
What's that for?
Just clean it up.
That's a first.
Yeah, the dude's name is Devin Vanderhoof. He's like the baddest dude when it comes to like wiring drag and drive cars.
Oh, I gotcha. What's going on, Just Reliant? What's happening, dude? We're gonna get working out here in a minute. I'm gonna have David turn on some fucking music. So turn on some music.
Yeah.
That's why you're listening to ultra gay shit on the radio. If not, then they'll flag me down. I wish I could play whatever I wanted, and then that wouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, the YouTube's busting my nuts on that stuff in the last 6 or 7 months. So we've had to go to stuff that either doesn't have lyrics or it's not monetized or whatever. So you guys will see some different stuff that we don't normally see today. So that should be awesome for you guys. Again, if you want to follow the app, we're on the Train Heroic Elite. We always go through the workouts 1 week before anybody else touches them as a product. So the 4 times a week elite are the workouts we do. The conjugate ones, which is the next tier down, is got the workouts are a little bit more gym friendly as far as not having a bunch of specialized stuff. And then the 3 times a week is something I do with the clients. And then the weight loss one is the one I've used for a long time, helping people lose weight. And then we also have one for beginner powerlifting. So if you're just starting to build a base, that's a great one. One of my training partners is doing that. And then we also have one for field sports. So soccer, football, track, any of that stuff would be, if you have a child that's in that and they're between the ages of say 12 and 18, you want to get them on that app. We got a couple kids in high school that are doing that field sports program, and they are just pummeling people at their high school because they're actually doing real weight training. Them boys love that talk. Oh, I'll bet. Yeah, they got demonetized for it, which is just crazy.
He's got 5 minutes.
This warm up is gonna suck.
Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business, but Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted.
Start your free trial at Shopify.com.
It's extreme green, the new scratch off from the Canadian Lottery with power prizes of $500,000. You may be seeing green, like so much so your friends may be hoping with Wendy with scratch offs from the Canadian Lottery.
You're gonna go grab that one, but it didn't look the same.
Players must be told. Please play responsibly.
Did you get that text I sent you about Perfect Circle? I don't know where they're playing.
It's not Perfect Circle.
Oh, it's not Perfect Circle?
It's Push It Far or whatever, however.
I thought that was a song of Perfect Circles. Is that not?
Different band. A lot of the same people.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever heard a bunch of their stuff.
Yeah. And they're not counting Columbus. I think the closest they get to is
Yeah.
Cleveland
Oh, okay.
and maybe Cincinnati.
Yeah, if it was Perfect Circle, I'd definitely go.
Oh, let me look. Maybe they're close. 'Cause it's like, I think it's like half overlap of people.
Yeah. places every time. Yeah, you definitely want to think about getting a belt squat too, dude, because you can do a lot of rows, calves, belt squats, box squats, triceps, glute bridges, all kinds of shit off of that machine. It'll save you a lot of room and a lot of money individually buying all of those. What's going on? Heartless Keyblade. Starting round 3, this is kicking my ass. That's okay. What's up, Gary? I know who you are.
so far, buddy?
We're doing speed squats with the belt squat today. Oh, God.
Yeah. You want to be flat-footed or you want to do a elevated heel? How heavy are you going? Not crazy. My point being is if you go elevated heel, it'll be more on your knees, less on your hips. Still narrow elevated or wide? Right in the middle. Oh, I don't remember doing that. Got 4 done? Got 4 rounds done? Yeah.
No, I would definitely get a GHD. As far as a glute ham raise or a reverse hyper, I'd probably get the reverse hyper. Again, I try to answer these questions on like a private assessment, but you definitely want to get the reverse hyper because there's so many more exercises you can do with it other than the GHD. But the belt squat machine, you can do a lot of crazy shit with it that most people don't even know. So you notice here, I just put an elevated heel, which is almost the exact same height as an Olympic lifting shoe. And we're gonna do our speed squats that way because Rob's hips bother him. So we're gonna train a little bit more leg dominant today, which is not usually what we do, but again, we still do it. That's what's really crazy is you notice that people that wanna bitch and argue about using elevated heel shoes to squat, what do they use? Elevated heels all the time. But in my system, people that train flat sole can still go to an elevated heel and still be a fucking monster. So you need to be good at multiple different types of squats, different types of footwear, and that thing never wears out like the shoes do. So I initially built it just to do calves off of, but then I extended the plate out to make it an elevated heel to where we didn't have to have the expensive shoes. So we're getting ready to get started. Put 2 more plates on that side. Weights are feeling pretty light today, so you probably want to use like 2 on one side or 1 1/4 on the other. Maybe 30%. Yeah. You should have a less gauge squat. That's what I would have done. Yeah. Sarah's just been gay forever. You know? I thought I was going to take that word. Maybe a little, but not much. Trying to let this cold chill out. You've been busting fucking ass for like 6 weeks. Yeah, please hit the like button, guys. Just 2 and 1. That'd be good for both of you.
Welcome back to Little Casino's Thrill Talk. Let's see who's getting rewarded on Rewards Club. Everyone, check your rewards hub.
I've got a reward box!
You get a reward. You get a reward. You get a birthday bonus reward. Everybody gets a reward.
What's up, Martin
Little
Lopez?
Casino Rewards Club. Rewards for all starting day 1.
The accessories I'm posting on the app, man. I'm trying to show you guys as much as I can without feeling like I'm just giving everything away. So if you guys want to see the warm-ups and the accessories, just come onto the app. We're just slowly but surely. I mean, the belt squat machine, to maintain its original use for the belt squat, has some limitations on what else we can hook to it. I think being able to do rows off of it, glute bridges off of it, elevated heel squats, calf raises, triceps with the bench, that usually, and you can even deadlift on it. That's why you notice in the last few models, we've actually took the middle and split it out for headroom for deadlifts. So it's pretty versatile, but I think if you try to go too many more things, you're just going to lose its capacity. 1 and 1. She needs to actually fucking strain on something at some point, so. Yeah, I'd like to sell some banners. I just gotta I want to make some new ones. But I've been so busy with school right now and getting ready for school that I just really haven't thought of doing any products. I wish I had a team of people that were doing all that stuff for me where I didn't have to think about it. But I've learned the hard way that if you want anything done right, you got to do it yourself. So. Yep. The good thing about the app with the limited equipment is I'll answer questions and tell you what I would rotate in on the app. So if you join the app and there's something on there you don't have, we're pretty good about getting back with you and making sure that you have an exercise that you can replace instead of that movement, right? Oh, that's awesome. You've got your kid training with you, man. That's great. How old's your kid? Let's go, dog. 15, yeah, that's perfect age, man. If you guys ever get a chance, come down to the gym, let me do an assessment on him and make sure all of his technique's perfect. That was one of my biggest advantages when I was younger, is I was surrounded by an impeccable coaching where they wouldn't let me do anything wrong. And that's how I dialed in my form, because at 6'1", I shouldn't have been able to squat and do all the lifts that I was able to do. I did it by beating the weights with technique. Traineroic's the app now. Patreon basically bit me over, and because I was posting about peptides very randomly every once in a while, they basically axed my entire channel and just screwed over like $7,000 a month of my income and did it to a bunch of people from all kinds of different ways.
One time in the army, yeah. Did your wife ever tell you shut the fuck up about that shit? I don't talk to her about that shit. Oh, you quick save it for us? Oh yeah, come on. I told the story in my communications class today, and everyone thought I was fucking sensitive. What? I told the story in my communications. You trying to kick out of school? Yeah, let's get on.
So basically, everybody in your class is pretty spot on.
Yeah, they thought I was a fucking loser. They literally just told him I was like a conflict fucking shit. And we had this guy.
Yeah, just let me know, buddy. We'll set it up. I got Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays pretty much open after we train, where I could take an analysis on him and do a bioprint and make sure all his nutrition straightened out, see if he needs any supplements, if he's got any big deficiencies. Super helpful. Yep, Gary, 7K just fucking gone, dude. It was unbelievable. So now I'm trying to build it all back up on Traineroic. I'm never going back to Patreon ever again. They couldn't pay me to go back. I couldn't believe they did that. And even after I showed them that it wasn't illegal, the stuff that I was posting on, they didn't give two shits. And they did it to a bunch of people in the alcohol industry and all over the place. So I'm wondering if their servers started getting full and they just cut people that weren't getting better, meaning I made good money, but like I was around between 5,500 and 7,000 for like 3-4 years. It just kind of stalemated at that. So I think that might have been an issue as well. Their server size maybe started to get cut and they had to reinvest. I'm not sure.
Didn't work.
Like I started laughing when I said like.
I think you set it up to what works for you.
Everyone was like, my teacher was just like, what the fuck?
I suppose you do quickly every time you get in. Good more. He does the second one out.
I was like, it was 2009. It was good
I'm
time.
gonna reach a little bit. Yep.
Come on. Here we go.
Man, it almost makes me want to try fucking 800 again, but I probably shouldn't.
On this?
No, on real
Oh,
squats.
on real?
Yeah.
No. I've had my days of that. Well, the problem with that, Gary, is when you sign into that Patreon, you sign an agreement that they can cancel you at any time for any reason. So I don't think I have a lot of legal backing on it anyway.
All right, David. Come on.
What's up, K
A little
Deb?
lower. Right there.
Yep, make sure you're down in there. Should be a little bit easier on an elevated heel. Should be a little bit easier on an elevated heel.
Quite off. Sabotaging my training.
Click or tap the banner to listen to new YouTube Friday.
Yep, Gary, now you know why I'm always on your ass to keep on the apps, dude. People don't realize it's not my hobby, it's my job, unfortunately. I really wish it was just a side hobby for me, and then I wouldn't be so tied into it.
Did you were saying, just during
But I was a dumbass picking coaching for a profession.
What was that? Said 4 and I'm doing 5. Yeah.
It's a flavor, so it mixes in your morning coffee or whatever smoothie you
Yo.
You can start saying things like, age is just a number. Tap the banner to learn more at vitalproteins.com. These statements are administration. Cure or prevent any disease.
The last time we got still hands.
I don't like it that way.
I think we do stuff. Sometimes you say that, I want to have ice cream. I wasn't even
Right.
there, but in my mind, I associate that with ice cream.
Yeah, talk about sucking, Gary. So I have all that happen to me on Patreon, and then the next week I have to start paying for my PhD and going to school. Fucking terrible. I don't know who Champion Diamond is. Yep, I got to go to school 3 years year-round to get my PhD. So my professional doctorate was an honorary doctorate, and now I'm going to actually get a real PhD. So then that way all the fuckos that wanted to be like, oh, Matt's not a real doctor, blah, 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 they're going to have to eat it. You know, I don't know why people even have following like that. Like, to me, it's unbelievable why people even get on Bromley's channel. The dude has no education. He's weaker than dog shit. And all he does is talk shit about people his entire channel. I don't, you know, basically tried to come after my entire reputation off of a thing of putting doctor in front of my videos when it was just an honorary doctorate.
Come on, Gary.
Yeah, I need a dissertation. I got to pass like, I want to say it's like 10 classes or 12 classes, write a dissertation, actually go through the actual channels for a PhD. In my opinion, I thought as a coach, the PhD was a little bit of extreme because you're not going to really do that unless you're going to be a teacher or professor, right? Like, how many strength coaches do you know that have a PhD? So when I went for the professional doctorate, that particular university in France made me write a book and have it published or start in the process of publishing to get the doctorate, which I thought was a far more usable piece of information for the community to be able to use and train, right? It had to have some stipulations like 1,000 references. It had to be so many pages long. It had to cover an area that didn't have a lot of research, right? So I thought in reality that was pretty damn good, right, for an applied doctorate. And so I got a bunch of backlash on it, and so I'm saying, fuck it, I'm going to go get a PhD.
Watch out. Watch out. There you go. Come on. Watch out hard. Watch out. That's 7. Look better. Look better. Look at me. fuck up the next set.
Nice. Ugh.
Not that size.
No, the book is just at chapter 6 of editing. So if I would have known that Human Kinetics was going to do this, they still probably are the top publishing company for exercise science. I turned in the entire manuscript in 2023 after turning it in for my final school project, and they've been dragging ass on editing it for like 2 fucking years. It's brutal. So we've been slowly getting the chapters back in editing, and the funny part is the editing they're changing like maybe 10 words in the entire chapter, and it's taking months. So it must just not be on their priority list. Well, you got to remember now, like with anything exercise science, right? It's not a moneymaker. So like my book could be a great sales book for exercise science, but compared to like a Stephen King novel or something else that most people would read, it's not going to sell 10 million copies and make anybody any money. So I can see why they're not doing it.
Last set.
I want this to be a little bit longer. Count for me. Okay. I'm kind of like thinking of 5.
You guys see an HBO show.
You know there is an actual ESPN.
Yeah, on your, all right, on your finish. That's good. Come on. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks for that video, that guy.
My phone's plugged in. I had a built-in excuse.
No, the demand in my community is not high, dude. I think that book will probably sell, if I'm lucky, maybe 5,000 copies. Nobody reads anymore, and I think that's why Human Kinetics is dragging. I think they're probably, in my opinion, they're probably financially hurting because people don't buy books anymore, which is sad. And I made them make it a hardback. So I said, look, it's either going to be a hardback or I'm going to self-publish because I wanted something to be proud of, something that I felt would make an impact on the strength community. But you'll be surprised, dude. People don't buy books anymore.
5. Don't get foolish how hard. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's go, D. You guys can hit the like button. We got 10 likes and 171 people watching. Don't you think that's kind of crazy?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Faster than that, dude.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's better.
Wait, no. Sarah, no additional count.
No, she needs to do it.
One,
Deeper.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Gotta get deeper than that.
Come on, get in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now you're starting to shift forward before you even come up. Keep it on your hips. You're pushing it to your knees. That's where you fucked up that squat on Saturday. So don't fucking do it. All right, we're off to accessories now. We just got done doing our sets of belt squats. Elevated heel. Now, we don't do that a ton, but again, because Rob's hip's bothering him, we modified, we didn't miss. The group, oftentimes, their health takes precedence over what I wanted to do today. So as I walked in and started to write the workouts, Rob walked in right behind me and was still having hip issues. I'm like, well, what can we do for the speed work to keep that hip around? And what I found was we haven't done speed squats like this in months. elevated heel, probably a year, maybe longer. And so that's how large and vast the libraries are. But it's also why our knees and our back and most of the time our hips and everything are perfect condition, is because we're not smashed in the same position all the time. We change. My bench right now is probably around 500. My best ever was 611 after squatting the world record. So I'll talk to you guys. Hopefully, see you guys on the app. Talk to you guys soon. Now I fully understand what it says you have small ears. I don't know what that means, but hopefully you have fun watching the